And coming to the other fields, we can see tremendous changes there and developments. Not only in one aspect, but in every aspect of the life, India excelled and equally raised like a developed country. For instance, for example, in the field of science and technology, especially in the field of nuclear energy, which is considered the most powerful weapon of the present era. In nuclear power, India excelled more and more. India showed the world that it could be a superior power by developing Asia's first nuclear plant reactor, the Apsara. It was named after Apsara nuclear reactor at Mumbai. It was developed not last year, but in 1956 itself. That means before we complete 10 years of the independence, we established nuclear reactor at Mumbai. And also in 1974, India had its first nuclear test at Pokhran and became the sixth country owning the nuclear weapon. This is simply in the field of science and technology, especially in the nuclear energy field. In the field of space technology, also India proudly marks its presence. It was in 1963, India launched the first rocket from Tumba of Trivandrum. In 1984, also the first Indian astronaut, Mr. Rakesh Sharma, landed in the space. That is also counted as a proud of our country. In 2008, India launched Chandrayaan-1 to the moon. The moon mission, Chandrayaan-1 mission, was not fully successful, but we could prove and announce in front of the entire world that there is the presence of water in the surface of moon. Following that, in 2013, it was the first mission of India to Mars, which is named after Mangalyaan. Following that, in 2013 was in 2019 was the India's Chandrayaan second mission, which mission was failed also, but the orbiter of the Chandrayaan-2 is still running in its orbit of the moon. Now, at last, in 2023, we Indians, we are eagerly waiting for the last good news from our Chandrayaan-3. Now, Chandrayaan-3 was launched and it is brought up to very closer to the moon with less than 200 kilometers. That means India reached in the moon with a short distance, less than 200 kilometers. Within 10 days or more, India's Chandrayaan-3 will land. Soft or hardly, it will land on the south part of the moon. What these facts are indicate? These facts are indicate the India's strength gained just after the independence. We have another fields. For example, the field of sports. As we heard earlier, we got independence in 1947, but just after 1 year, in 1948, in the male hockey, we defeated the Great Britain and won the gold in the Olympics. The journey of India was continuing proudly. For example, in the Helsinki Olympics, which held in 1952, India bagged the first individual gold as K.D. Yadav won in 54 kilogram weighing lifting. In 1983, Indian team became the world champions in the field of cricket, and also this championship was repeated again and again. Like this, in the field of education, in the field of agriculture, in the field of manufacturing, in the field of infrastructure, in the field of infrastructure, there is a great wonder. It is Indian Railway. It was formed in 1951. India has one of the largest and busiest rail networks in the world. Indian Railways, as it is known, operates in more than 7,000 stations. So these are some glimpses every Indian could share and proudly say, in the field of sports, in the field of space, in the field of democracy, in the field of politics, and so on. But we know and we hear, now we are in need of taking the Indians closer to India. The people of India, they were close to India. They were close to core of India. That's why they realized these victories, victory after victory. But now the entire nation is in need of an attempt to bring the Indians closer to India. They are keeping a distance from that. There are several things to indicate that. Like we heard about the Manipur, like we heard about Haryana, UP, Gujarat, and the group murder, group killing, and several things which we, the people of India, are not interesting much to utter that. But I am not going to those details now because you are simply students. The matter of Manipur, the matter of Haryana, even though these matters are very important for any Indian, but you are students, you are small ones. So I didn't want to go for the details of these things. But what I want, to share a thought with you. What you want to do. How you could help your nation, what you could do for India, for better India. That is my intention to to share with you all. That is none. You are students. Look at every scene we have seen in Manipur, for example. The people are beating, pelting, killing, and shouting and celebrating these cruelties. What is the meaning of this? The mob who are committing these bad things and cruelties against the people, why they are doing that? Why they are doing that? We Keralites, we have a good answer. Why it is not happening in Kerala? The Manipur, that is not happening in Kerala. Why? Ask yourselves. Why it is not happening in our state? Because in our state, the majority of the people, they are educated. They have brain. They have ability to think. They are not like cattle. That's why it is not happening in Tamil Nadu. It is not happening in Kerala. It is not happening at a stretch in Karnataka. But there in the farthest places like Manipur and Haryana, it is usually happening. Why? The people are illiterates, no education, no culture, nothing. That's why. So, my dear students, if you are truly loving your country, what you should do now? You go for a protest against the central government? No. You go to your books and classrooms. Then you study well. Then you be a good man, cultured man, a man with the ability to respect others, a man with the ability to safeguard others, to love each other, to respect each other. So, in this 77th National Independence Day, I want from you all, as you are mere students, to have a strong intention for the education. You study well. You study the science. You study the languages. You study the histories. You study whatever the world cherish and try to get. Then only you can do something for your country. So, it is our duty as Indians, it is our commitment to have good education and culture to fight against those cultureless people. May Allah bless us all. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. Jai Hind. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.